I will admit, it's totally different for girls. Because when I was on the show with Brad, I mean, we tried to be around him all the time. We were smothering him. And it's different for guys. You guys are like, what's up?
See, I see inconsistencies in you, Deanna, because you talk about the one thing about Jesse that you like so much was that he was casual, he was your friend first, but he was very, you know, laid back, relaxed. However, now you're saying the way you were with Brad, and you were one of the most confrontational people on that show, as it showed on the air at least, you try to get what you wanted. Yet Jesse is one of the final two, and he didn't necessarily take that approach.
In the same sentence, in every shot, what two people do you always see sitting next to me? Jeremy and Jesse. Always.
But they started at the house, so obviously they're going to have an initial connection.
You know what? We all started on night one. I talked to each and every one of you. Richard spent the first week in the house, and whether he was in the outhouse or not, he still was always talking to me.
So by Graham not being the aggressor, or me, that was one of the problems you had with me, by not being OCD, obsessive-compulsive Deanna, like my man Jeremy was. No offense.
Wow!
Just went there.
I'm just playing with him. No, but you rejected that and kind of got blindsided by the fact that if they're not doing the way you did Brad by being all about him, that's not showing them that they cared about you.
Well, first off, it has nothing to do with the way I was with Brad. It has to do with the way you all are here with me. And it had nothing to do whether you were obsessive-compulsive Deanna. You and I just didn't click. It wasn't there.
Well, I'm not talking about me in particular.
With
that was
Graham.
just a side.
Graham stayed until Final Four because I liked Graham. I was falling in love with Graham. So just to clear things up with you, I kept Graham there because I was falling in love with him. But in the end, Graham could not give me what I wanted. Is that right, Graham?
I'm sorry, I was like, how did I get it?
A lot of emotion, but you guys also found a lot of time to have some fun, right?
Yeah.
So let's take a look at some of the good times.
Deanna looked amazing on the horse.
Come on. Felt a little awkward.
I did felt.
I did. The relationship that Jeremy and I have has continuously grew into something. Whatever.
Put a piece of wheat in your mouth.
Keep talking. I'm listening.
I think they're gonna play ball.
Tell me what's endearing about Sean. The mullet, obviously, that goes without saying. Business in the front, party in the back.
Are you starting to think a little bit about the old chaparoo?
Is he a haircut away from winning your heart?
I hope she likes it. I do. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you think he fought in the Cobra Kai dojo in Karate Kid?
Iron sharpens iron.
Ron is Socrates. That's what I call him.
Steel can't be sharpened with tin. You can't force a flower to open. You can't say open flower because I'm asking you now. Sometimes the tree gets knocked down before it ever gets to bear its fruit.
Tribal yell, baby.
Definitely wasn't all tears. We had some good times, a lot of good times, in fact. And I know we were all dying to find out who you will choose. Obviously, you can't tell us the ending, but are you happy? Are you in love?
I am very happy. I am in love, and I am engaged.
Really? Congratulations, because that is breaking news. We have not said that yet. So you are engaged, and to whom we will find out very shortly. Coming up next, we will take a much closer look at Jason and Jesse, the two final men left in Deanna's life. Now, the best exit in Bachelorette history would have to go to Greg. Greg, why don't you take us to break, my friend? Go ahead.
Can we get a little howl going on, baby?
Bachelorette Mintel all right after this. a special edition of The Bachelorette, The Men Tell All. Next week, we'll find out which man, Jason or Jesse, will make Deanna's fairy tale come true and who will go home devastated. Two incredible men. Either one would give Deanna a lifetime of happiness. Who will she choose?
My first impression of Jesse, I thought, who is this wild kid?
You look stunning. All the guys are dressed up and look so good, I can't compete with that. I'm me, you know what I mean? And if you want to keep me around because I'm me, I would love to be here. Please don't send me away, because I'll cry on the plane, Deanna.
Once I got to know Jesse as a person, his heart and his personality is what got me.
Are you serious?
I am not typically attracted to, someone like you,
I want you to know that I'm into you. It's real. It's as real can be.
I realized that I was starting to fall in love with Jesse at his hometown. I knew that day that this was a person that I could not go without having in my life.
You always look so hot. Come here. Deanna is that once-in-a-lifetime catch. She's beautiful, she's witty. Bill, you make my heart pound. And every date that I get with Dee, it just catapults my feelings to the next level. She's pretty much the dream girl. I hope that this never stops because this is ridiculous. I love it so much. I would definitely say that I'm falling in love with Deanna very quickly. You make my heart pound and my palm sweat drives me nuts and I can't get enough of it.
I swear to God, I am falling in love with him because he is unlike any other man that I have ever had a relationship with. He's different, and he makes me different. He's someone that makes me want to be a better person.
You talk about the guy that you choose as the guy that you're gonna marry. Well, you choose me. I hope you're ready to marry me because that's where I'm at.
From the moment that I met Jason, I knew that he was a person that I had to get to know better.
People, you meet Jason?
Oh, are we Greek?
Not Greek, but I've traveled there quite a bit. The most important thing in my world is my 3-year-old son.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
I told Jason that I am perfectly fine with him having a son. It has no effect on him being here. He made me feel extremely comfortable. And when he asked me about my mother, I felt very trusting in telling him that part of my life. My mom knew that she was dying. We said our goodbyes. From that point, I became this strong person who hid everything. Jason is that guy that makes me feel safe. Jason's that guy that will always be there for me and the guy that I finally know that I could depend on. I first knew that I was falling in love with Jason at his hometown.
Daddy!
Seeing Jason with a son made me even more attracted to him. There's something about seeing that gentle side to someone.
How are you?
There's not just one thing that I love about Deanna. It's a million tiny little things. But if one thing sticks out more than anything, it's the way that Deanna looks at the world and the way that we all look at her. Really thank you for teaching me that I can fall in love again, because I am falling in love.
Jason is the whole package. He is one of the most caring men that I've ever met in my life. And when he told me that he was falling in love with me, I melted. I felt like the luckiest woman in the world.
I'm ready to complete my family, and I think Deanna is the one that can do that.
Ready?
You did good. I am completely in love with her, and what she deserves and what I want to give her is that fairy tale ending. It's not really an ending, it's just a beginning.
So who will it be, Jason or Jesse? We're all going to have to wait until next week to see just what happens. Gentlemen, thanks again for being here. And don't forget to watch next Monday for the unforgettable season finale of The Bachelorette. For everyone who's been a part of this one, our entire studio audience, I'm Chris Harrison. So long, everybody.